Hi everybody, welcome back to my crafty desk. My name is Sandra and I am here today with a sort of organizational type video. I had that wonderful I was gifted these stamps from my sister-in-law Tonya Street. Thank you, Tonya. I don't know if she watches my videos, but I just want to tell her thank you. Anyhow, and I want to do some kind of organization with them. I like to see my stamps already stamped out when possible. I have a lot of stamps that I still need to do this with, but for this new batch, I think just to be started on the right track, I'm going to get it going. So what I've done is I've taken white cardstock, 8.5 by 11, just some cheapo cardstock, and then I cut them down. I looked at my little plastic sleeves here, and I know that 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 will fit inside here, but I want to try to get 2 sheets per paper, or per cardstock sheet. So for the most part, the stamp are smaller in size in all that they fit in a smaller section. So for the most part, I was able to do 6 1/4. I cut lengthwise. I cut it, lengthwise. So by the 11 side, I cut up 6 1/4 off the length. Does that make sense? Okay. Then I turned it and I cut it in half, which would be 5 1/2 by the 11. Again, does that make sense? Okay, I'm so confusing, I know. But anyhow, I cut the paper down to 6 1/4 by 11, and then I cut it in half to have 2 pieces that were 6 1/4 by 5 1/2 each. And then for these ones that were larger, I cut it back. I did the same thing. I cut it 6 1/4 off the length. So then I had it turned it and I did it by 6 1/4. I was only able to get 1, and then the smaller sheet, which are these, will still fit some of these smaller pieces if I have any left over, and other ones. And then to not waste these longer strips, I can use these for like smaller stamps and my block stamps or my wooden stamps, things that I'm stamping out just to get the images. So try not to waste any of it and try to get as many things as I can get done. So thought I'd bring you along with me while I get this done, and I will try not to be on here forever doing it. Let's see, let's look at the clock. Okay, let's see. Hold on 1 second. And I think what I'm going to do is try to stay within a half an hour of this video. But I need to make some room here, so bear with me for a second. I'm going to try and do a recording with my camera plugged in because my battery's low. I've never done it this way. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, so we're going to try it. See. If it works out, you'll see the video, and if it doesn't, this video will not make the cut. All right, so getting started now. Let me look at the clock again and see where I'm at. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's where it's going to be. So I know where I have to stop. Okay, so let's get busy, I guess. Let's get busy. So I was kind of already doing it a little bit, and I was working with my inks, trying to see who is going to be the best option. I can't see very well, so let me get that a little brighter. There we go. I think that'll work. And so my archival ink I wanted to use, but for whatever reason, black in my StazOns and black in my archival inks are never very juicy, and so they're very hard. The impressions don't want to show up, and this is what was happening. And so I thought, I'm not the greatest stamper, so I thought it was me. But apparently it's the non-juicy ink, because when I used the archival in watering can, it popped up. So in watering can, it has this grayish color on here, but it almost always shows up like a black. And that's weird. Is that weird, or is it just my eyes? I don't know. Maybe it depends on what you're stamping on. So I did grab a couple of other inks just to use. I don't mind using these ones because I can turn them around and open them up. So hopefully they have enough ink on there. We're going to go as far as we can, but I'm going to get these pressed a little bit so I have them ready. There we go. So all I do is I stamp it, and then I pop the card in there. So now I have the stamped image. Whoops. And then I put my stamps, and I like them to be this way so I can see the this one right here. I like that. Don't you know why? But I do, so that's what I do. And I was using my big stamping pad to do these on, but I think I'm just going to use this that they that they come with. And they are very sticky, so I do need to do a cleaning on them. But for now, I'm just gonna go with the flow of it, and I really don't care what side it's on. So I have a piece of paper here to help me. Maybe I'll just use this, since this is all like that. What I'm wanting to do is I want to see how good this ink, if it's juicy or not. I just don't want to get ink everywhere else when I'm pressing it down. Oh shoot. Can't just be pounding that down like that. Okay. I mean, I can, but it's noisy, isn't it? I'm sorry. See, I'm already messy, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll just turn it around. We don't care. And then stick that there, like that. Grab this block and do that. Yeah, because my inks are they're not gonna be happy because I'm gonna leave them open. It's easier when I'm doing a mass, thing. Anyhow, how do you organize your stamp pads? Do you have some like this? Do you like them? Do you know how to clean them when they're sticky? So I know that they're older and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna kind of leave them. Oh, I'm gonna stamp on my hand. I'm gonna leave them, but I think I just do like a mild dish soap, like some Dawn dish soap, which is what I like to keep in my craft room anyways, to wash my other stuff. See, it comes off. I think it just depends on what color backdrop you have, but isn't that pretty? So just got some of my coffee dyed papers here, and I'm just gonna stamp off onto them. And then I'm gonna take my card, and I'm gonna put that on here, and I want this on the front like that, so that it has this backdrop. And then my stamp goes back on here for safety. And then I'm gonna put this like that. And I'm gonna just put everybody back together like this. And to save time, I'm gonna go ahead and stack them, and then stack them over there, and then I will slide them in later, so you don't have to. So if you wanna hang out with me for this whole time, however long it's gonna take me, then we can just do the work and not the other. So this one is a bigger one, so I'm gonna have to use one of those larger pads. Let's see, or papers, sorry. Larger size card. Like, see, this one's the 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. It's gonna fit the whole thing. So we're gonna put that there on top of that. And we are, what in the, oh, there it is. It's like, I know I had a piece of paper here. There we go. I'm trying to protect my stuff as much as I can, It's so messy, And we're gonna just give these ones a good, I'm just gonna do this. I don't really care. I mean, I guess I kind of do. I'll care when I really want the ink again and if I wrecked it. But like, why did I do that? I do want to get, as good an impression as I can get. And then we'll just put that on just making sure it's on the paper. And if it smudges a little bit, that's okay. And I'm using those bricks to try to get as even pressure as possible. And oh, isn't that lovely? So, yep, that's a keeper. So we'll put this on that one, and like that, and like that, and like that. So there we go, we have that. And just keeping close, okay, yep, keeping that together like that. And then see, I'll just do that, and then I'll put these away when I'm done. When I'm all done. So I'm gonna try and get as far as I can get on these. I would like to have this done. I'm gonna do this with all of my stamps, so let me know if you want to watch me do the rest of them and then see how I organize them. And then you'll see me eventually pull everything apart, because some things I don't keep together if they're mine, if I'm keeping them. So that goes, I need paper. I've got myself all stacked up over here. Here we go. I'll put that down like that. And this like this. Inky dinky doo. I love you. Just kidding. So let's see. So my husband's still really sore. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but my husband's still really sore. He's not supposed to be doing anything, but he's got these big jobs that are up and, I mean, that need to get done. It's flooring. Ugh. So he is going to do them. He's going to see what he can do, and I'm going to go help as much as I can. I'm not a floor. I don't know how to, I can't do the flooring. I mean, but lifting, like, I got to go, like, move boxes of flooring and set them out and do, like, some help with as much prep work as I can. So we're going to go test me out today, see what I can do, and how far I can push my limits, and then he will know from there what he needs to do as far as finding someone who wants to come and work and earn a little extra money and help us out. So, I mean, I know, like, the best case scenario is he's supposed to just stay down, but honestly, like, that doesn't pay the bills, and, you know, you got to get the bills paid. Got to get the bills paid. So, taking it easy, yes, as far as, like, not over pushing your limits. I don't know. Don't you know? I don't know if he knows what that means, but that's another reason why I want to go, because, I mean, like, if we have to get in an argument about it, like, so be it, but he better just remember who cooks his dinner. That's all I've got to say. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so we'll stick that there. And then next, okay, so this one's a big one too. So I need that bigger piece of card. To go down. And then I can do without the little furry. Let's get some ink on this. Okay, so I like that this blue one is very juicy. I'm just going to stick with it. I'm not even going to worry about my other inks. Because honestly, I like to use the other inks all the time for all my other crafting and stuff. And this is just for organization. And if you missed the first video when I showed this haul, I showed this haul. It's not a haul. This was a gift. I mean, kind of like Happy Mail, but not. It didn't come through the mail. My sister-in-law Tonya sent it with my other sister-in-law, her sister Bernadine. When Bernadine came to visit, and that's how I got it. Those are my husband's sisters. So my sisters in love. But there we go. And anyhow, I showed on there what I like to put these stamps in. These, you know, these things, they fit really nicely in. So if you are interested in that, the video, oops, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll try to remember to link that video, when I got these, to this one. If I forget and you want to see that, just let me know, because I will link the video. I will leave you there, I promise. Sometimes I just forget. I get busy. So, ooh, I like it. I also went through the whole stamping thingamajiggy, and I gave all the numbers and to all the stamps. So if there's anything you see in here that you're liking, but you wanted to know where it came from, then that's the best video to watch, because I went through each one of them, and I tell you, I give you the whole number. I give you the number and everything so you can look for them. Just trying to do my part, making things easy. Okay, this is I think a regular size one. I can use this one, see, but it goes to the edge, so I definitely, see, that's why I needed to do that 6 1/4 for sure, because some of them, you know, this way, one way, this way, another way. Okay. Let's get my paper down. It's a matter of time while I talk that I'm going to stamp the wrong thing in the wrong place. I mean, the other day I took my glue stick and stuck it down to my pad. Oh, jeez. That's funny. That's all right. I don't know how far I'm going to get on these stamps, but this is, I'm going to go as far as I can in a, you know, and staying within just a little bit of a time limit here. And then I've got quite a few of these. So I know I cut like 26, 26, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, like 32 cards. And that's not even all the stamps. So you can see it's not going quite as fast as I thought it was. So so what's happening? Are they upside? Did I do it upside down? Is that my, what? No, the letters are upside down. Is that how they came on this thing? We don't know. H. What? Oh no, that's the Y and that's the H. Why does the H look like the Y? That's confusing. Okay, well, and then there's that. But okay, back to this. That's crazy. Okay. But fun. What are those ones called? Sketchy? Yeah, they were sketchy. Now I get it. Now I know why they're sketchy. So these ones were just in these bags, and so I already pulled these pieces because they were already smaller, these cards. So these are the offcuts from that 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and I was able to still, I see I can still use it for these ones. So I think my sister-in-law was a distributor because this looks like the things you would buy like as your like freebies and gifts and things like that. Or she bought somebody out. No, I'm thinking she was a distributor. It makes more sense to be a distributor when you're buying this much stuff, even if you're not distributing, you know. I think she was really big into card making and scrapbooking. I tried scrapbooking. I'm not a scrapbooker. I tried it once or twice, and I'm not a scrapbooker. But I did like making the cards, although I wasn't that great at it. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep that like that because there's no spongy in here. There's no thingy in here. That's okay. I have acetate. I can just make my own later on, but for now I'm just gonna leave it that way. And I'm gonna stick this in here. I'm just gonna put that on top of there. Wait, I should have one. Oh yeah, it comes on. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. No surprise. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have all these letters and numbers. Sorry if I keep going off the screen, but I'm literally only I'm just like pressing ink down. If you can see the top part, you know what the bottom part's happening to. And then I'm doing these, and I see a lot of people that do their organization, and they put their stuff like in drawers and all nicely and neat, and I'll stack. I can't do that. I don't like them in drawers. I don't see my stuff anymore, and I miss them. They're like my friends, you know. And if I don't see it, I won't use it as the first thing. But also, they're like my friends. I want to see them. I want them to come hang out with me too. And so I know that sounds silly, but it's the truth, you know. Why am I gonna hide it? And so I try to find things that I can organize still. I still have to have it organized because the mess drives me absolutely insane. But I see the people when they do that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it looks so wonderful, and I want to do that so bad. But then I've tried it, and before like putting things away, and it just drives me crazy. Like right now, all the linens I have them in a little this old dresser that I have that I painted and stuff, and there's 3 really long drawers, and I have them all laid out, and they're all organized. Like I have all the neutrals in one. I have it all organized, and they're like, what's it called? The embroidery stuff. So I have neutral and with neutral embroidery. So neutral embroidery on one side, and then just regular neutral colors, no color. And then the next drawer has all the color embroideries, and then they're separate, like they're organized and they're opened up and laid out. So I have the best way possible to see them when I open the drawers. But I wish my drawers were like clear so I can see. And then I do have labels on them, so I know to look in there. But sometimes, I know this is gonna sound so crazy, but sometimes I'll just open the drawers and go look at them because I want to see them. Plus I forget, like I'm sitting on like thinking I have more than I have, which right now I don't think that, but sometimes I think I have. So right now I'm like, as I'm starting to use stuff, I'll be like, oh no, I think I'm using all this up. I don't know, because I can't see it. And I'm way over here sitting down and I'm crafting and I'm looking around and crafting, so I don't want to get up. Doesn't that sound like the dilemma? Oh, so since this one has two of them in here, I'm just going to turn this one around. I mean, I should just stamp on that, really. Yeah, maybe I'll do that and I'll say that. Okay. Okay, sure, why not? Where'd my squishy go? Here it is. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just stamp right under there. So I'm trying to think of something like super fun to do for once I reach the, I mean, I know I'm doing the 10 journal giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers, but once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm like, oh, you know, so I want to do something. I mean, that's a lot of dedication from a lot of other people. I don't want to just be nice, something fun. I don't know what yet. And I think, shoot, let's see. Yes, I guess I'll do that. And then, I also, once I get 4,000 watch hours, which that's a huge thing. So once I get to the 4,000 watch hours, I want to do something too. And that one is exciting for me because, well, I mean, it's milestone. So, I mean, like you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting this one, I'm meeting that one. It's just, that's exciting. But it's also, I read a lot about it, but I don't quite understand the whole thing. But that's where I can get my channel can get monetized. So, where I guess I can see that's not going to be big enough. I'm just going to cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that way. But I think it's where I can put that little button. So like if somebody wanted to do any kind of, I don't know, thank you tip or gratuity, or I don't know what it's called, but anyways, whatever. I think that's all it is. And I don't even know if anybody will ever do it. But even if they do, it'll probably be, you know, far and few in between and minimal, but it's still kind of exciting to know that it's available and it is an option. I know as a subscriber to many channels myself, I wanted to send something, and I know a lot of people don't take Happy Mail anymore. Some people don't. I know when Gail Augustinelli, back when she when you could send Happy Mail to her, I sent stuff to her a couple of times. And it made me feel so good to send her things, especially stuff that I made too, if it was stuff that I made, and I loved it. I mean, she's gotten so much, like she would not even remember, but who sends what all the time. I mean, she's got a pretty good memory actually, but. But it was good and I loved it and it felt good. And then there's people who don't take it or who didn't have a way to send it to them, or they didn't give out their address, or whatever the case may be. But when that button came up, I thought, oh my gosh, that's so nice, because although I don't have the funds to join Patreon subscriptions, people's subscription channels, I don't have, for a month, I just don't have it. And then who do you choose? For me, I'm thinking, because I watch so many people, and I mean, I guess I can go to somebody for a little while and then change that, just like donating, I guess, just go, I'll go here for this, for 3 months here, and then I'll do 3 months there and whatever. But I haven't done that. But what I like about that button, anyways, with all that to say, is I really like that button because it was so nice to be able to send a gift of something. Boom, like that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Are you understanding what I'm even saying? I feel like I'm just all over the board. So I'm excited for that. Whether it ever gets used or not, I'm excited for that. So let's see. So yeah, I'm never gonna do the Patreon thing because in all honesty, I don't think I do enough to ever do something like that. But I don't want one more thing to manage. No, I want to just have fun, and I feel like when I do this, I can just have fun. And if I did something like that, I feel pressure, under pressure. You know, I don't want to be under pressure. Let's see, this one's gonna be a big one too. Nope, that's not my big one. This is my big one right here. Okay, oops, yikes. Anyways, who knows what I'm talking about? Does anybody even know what I'm talking about? I'm sure somebody does. Oh, yeah, I forgot. What was I gonna say? I forgot. What is that saying? If you forget what you're gonna say, oh, it must have been a lie. I hope that's not the truth. I forget all the time, and I really don't think I'm a liar. I'm really not a liar. I guess everybody lies a little bit sometimes, but like I'm not a liar to the point. I couldn't stand knowing I'm not a liar. So it's too much stress. It's too much pressure. Even when I was a kid, I would go tell on myself because that way I didn't have to worry about it. If I did something I wasn't supposed to, or if I was someplace I wasn't supposed to, or whatever the case may be, if I just went and told on myself right away, then, oh, I'm doing that right. Then I didn't have to worry about somebody else holding it over my head, you know, like those siblings of mine. Nobody could hold it over my head. And my mom, gosh, she was so wicked sometimes. So smartly wicked, I guess. I didn't know this until I was an adult, that I had a best friend of mine when I lived in New York. She used to pay my best friend to give her the deets on me. Like if I was someplace, or like, because she would hear, you know, like if there was something going on, or if kids were involved, you know, like I was a teenager, so, you know, whatever. And so, my friend sold me out for money. I found that out a long time ago. When we were still friends. I mean, a long time ago. We were still friends, so this was back in the day also. It's still, but, what am I've lost something here. Oh, here it is. And, anyhow, isn't that funny? I mean, like, funny but not funny. So anyhow, we did not stay friends anymore because I was really mad at my mom. I thought, oh my gosh. I tell on myself all the time, seriously? Seriously, lady? So, there we go, that one's already done. So, I'm gonna take this handful out right here and see about getting these ones done. Yeah, even if I get in trouble, like, I would get, like, sometimes I'd get a whack or something, but, or just grounded, but at least I got it over with. Like, just, let me just get it over with. Down till we go. I guess I could have used one of those smaller ones for this one, but lovely. Oh, I did it on there. What's going on, Sandra? What is going on? Okay, well, you got done twice, and you're not even on your thing, so that's all right. I think I did that on the whole video to show what I was, to kind of do what I was talking about, to kind of give you an idea what I was planning on doing. I keep calling it a haul, but whatever. So just get that in there now. Be done with it. I put it in the wrong way. Whatever. I put it in not the way that I like it to be put in, so let's see. I think I'm just going to do that. This will be easier. Just that. That. So, oh, I guess I could, this is outdoor denim, by the way. By Close to My Heart, it is, does it have a number? I don't know. 9967, right? Am I reading that right? 9967. Loving it. Love that. So nice. And then I can just do that. See, how much easier was that? It took me a long time to figure that out. Okay, there's that one. And then I have this one. Look how little that is. I just feel like using that big giant piece of paper is going to be so big. But I don't know where my little ones went, but oh well, here we go. I think some of them were cut a little wonky, but nope, I guess I'll guess not. I just feel like it's such a big piece of paper. That's all right. So, whoops. Super sticky. Okay. Woo. Okay, I better not do that again like that. Oh, it's getting really quiet here. Hungry. I need time to eat, I think. Go on that job with my husband. And see, it's just like the prepping part, like getting everything set out and stuff, but we'll kind of assess the situation and assess my capabilities. And see, let's see how sticky that is. Super sticky. I bought some stamps from a friend of mine a long time ago from a yard sale, and they were out in an outdoor shed for, she said, for years. She hadn't been doing stuff for years, and so she wasn't sure how good the condition the things were going to be. Like, there was ink pads, everything, all kinds of stuff. I just bought the whole lot from her, and they were good. I mean, the stamps were really sticky. I say a couple of the stamps I actually tore trying to get them off because I was like, I don't know what to do. But not much. I mean, everything else was good. And I think I just used the dish soap, the Dawn dish soap, to wash them. I don't remember. Dang it. I'm sure there's a video somewhere. I will look. But I would love to hear what you think, if you know of any tips and tricks and hacks and whatnots. But a couple of the inks were dried up, but for the most part, all the inks were like good and juicy. I mean, insane. It does last a long time if you don't open them up, I guess. So that's nice to know. And I think all the stuff I bought from her was also Close to My Heart. Close to My Heart was really, really, really big out here. And then, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure people still sell Close to My Heart in this area, but it's Stampin' Up! Is the big one right now. That's what everybody's loving. So, or has been for the last few years. I'm going to get ink on my sweatshirt, and I really love this sweatshirt. It's perfect because it zips up in the front, and I can take it off and on, easy. So, here's another little one. Sticky. And I do like Close to My Heart's new stamp pads. So they kind of do the same thing as, and I don't know who did it first, and I don't really care, but they do the same thing with the tip, the way the cap spins around and goes upside down, like Stampin' Up! Close to My Heart's new ones do. They're old ones, the lids just fall off so easy, but those are the ones that I bought at that sale. And let me tell you, the inks are still good. The lids were all on them. But I do like those because I like being able to take the lid off and doing how I'm pressing. I do like that option. Stampin' Up's ink pads are so excruciatingly painful for me to open up. They're so hard to pop up and out. I've literally popped the lids, like I busted them. So that kind of is a big bummer. I don't like that about Stampin' Up's ink pads at all. I wish they would fix that. Like, close to my heart is not, it's not that hard to open. So I like that better. But what I do like about Stampin' Up's pads is that they're much larger. So, you know, there's the good thing too. They have a lot of colors to choose from, and I really love their color selection. I do love that too. Oops. And, but I just hate how they're so hard to open. I know I'm not the only one that's like that, but it's just really a big bummer that it's so hard to open. Okay, well, I will say also, I haven't bought any stamps in probably a year, so if maybe they've changed it, but, you know, even if they've changed it, you know, at this point I've bought so many stamp pads, I don't want to rebuy them just because the case is easier to open. However, I find that I don't really use my inks from Stampin' Up very much because I can't open them. So when I do use them, Ramble City, when I do use them, I just open tons of them up, and I just leave them open because I can't fight with them like that. It takes the joy away. Joy is important. I'm not allowed to be angry in my craft room. Oh, some of these are upside down. That's okay. That's okay. I can read upside down and backwards. Truly, I can. I can write upside down and backwards too. Isn't that fun? Just a little silly little quirks of mine. I like to write up. I like to do funny things. I'm like, I ask the kids, I'm like, can you write upside down and back? Can you write upside down? I think so. Can you write upside? Can you write backwards, upside down and backwards? That's really fun. And how about saying the alphabet backwards? I could do that too, or I don't know if I should try now. I used to be able to do it really well. Oh gosh, getting there. Where are we at on time? I think we're getting pretty close. Yeah, we're getting pretty close, my friends. So I think I'm just gonna keep on doing this and just keep getting these done. But if you don't want to hang out for the entire thing, I totally understand it, but I need to get this done so that we can go on that job. I don't want to be halfway done because when I come back, I want to work on a journal because these journals need to get done so I can give them away. I'll tell you, journal number 6 that went out, oh my gosh, I really loved that one so much. Sometimes it's hard. I'm like, I really want to keep it, but isn't it crazy? I'm not a big journaler, so I think it's just because I'm so busy. I actually do journal. I write stuff down, but I'm more of a note person. I guess I can use them for that too. And but I really, really, really loved that one. Okay. But I did not love it as much as I loved the vintage, colorful front curtain pocket, whatever, what have you, journal. The one I made for Danielle to give to her friend, at church. What did I do with the package thingy? That one, that was, man, really loved that one. My daughter was waiting to see her, you know, her friend, because her friend was going through treatments and things, and so I didn't know that though, and I was like, and she sent me a message like a week after I'd given her the journal, and she goes, Mom, oh my gosh, I'm just looking through the journal again, and before she could even finish, I was like, oh, you lied to me. Did you want a journal for yourself and you just made that story up so that you could get a journal? And she was like, oh my gosh, no, that's a horrible story to make. I would not make that up about somebody. She goes, but then she laughed. She goes, but honestly, I kind of wanted to keep it. She goes, but it was so wonderful, and I couldn't wait to give it to my friend. And so anyways, but she did finally give it. She said she wanted to wait until either she was able to, either she's seen her at church, or she's got her friend, the pastor's wife, has her close friend or family member, somebody who's with her a lot, then Danielle could give it to that person to give out anyways, one way or the other. But it's one of those kind of things that if you're not a junk journaler or an interactive journaler, or you don't know anything about it, it's kind of one of those things where you need it to be explained. Even though there was a letter like in it that shows, it's just, I think it's kind of nice when you're giving it to kind of go through a little bit and just say, you know, these are just some different ways that you can do it. And then of course, if she wanted to, she could always look at the YouTube, my YouTube, and find that video, which I did give that to Danielle. I sent the link to her, and so that she could pass that along. But not everybody does YouTube, and not everybody wants to go watch a video if it's not something they're into. So there's that. And who knows what her time was like. I don't know how she wants to spend her time, but I wanted her to have options. And so did Danielle. I wanted her to have options on how to use the journals and when to use them and what to do. So anyhow, Danielle said that she absolutely loved the journal. So that's good. I love hearing that. I do love hearing that. Makes my heart happy. So I know I already did this one because I have one, but I'm not going to keep both of them. So needs some ink. Plus I want to see how it inks. I want to see how this ink does, because the other one didn't pop. I don't think it showed up that well, and I want to see how well this one does. Okay, there we go. Where are we at on time? I'm just going to keep popping up here and look. Pop up. Just call me. Oh my gosh, it made me think of my Jill in the Box. One year I wanted to be a Jill in the Box for Halloween, and my friend, who's a seamstress, she said that she could do it. So, and that's Deb. Hi, Deb. She made, so she took my thought, because I had nothing. I don't have anything written down. I had just an idea in my head of what I wanted and how I wanted it to look and the free flow of it and everything. And so she made me she made my box for me, and it's so cool. Anyways, and I had a handle, I had all kinds of stuff. Made my costume was so awesome. And and I was a Jill in the Box, so you could wind me up. I was able to duck down in my own costume and then pop up out of it. And then my box I wore it around my body, of course, and it had like these suspender things that came up over me. It was so cute, and and it was flexible, like the stuff that she used in there to make the box structure. It was soft and flexible, so I could sit down if I wanted to. And then I just wore like all black, I think, underneath, so that I could take, I think I need a big one for this one, so that I could take my box off if I needed to. I didn't have to take it off to go to the bathroom. I could just lift it up. It was so lightweight and so flowy and easy, colorful and fun. She took me shopping. We went and picked out fabric. Oh my gosh, that was one of my most favorite costumes. I love it so much. Oh, I love Deb so much too. I hope she's doing well. She seems to be. She moved away. She moved back to her home state, to Montana, and she's just loving it, loving her life. Her and her husband and all their fur babies, which is good. You gotta love life, right? You gotta love your life. You don't have to, but it sure makes it a lot easier to live it. Oh my gosh. So then there's this video. My other friend showed up we had a little Halloween party, an adult party. I mean, it was kid friendly, I guess, to a certain extent, maybe. I don't know, just to a certain cocktail hour. Anyhow, we had it was the adults. All adults came, so it was fun. We had it was outside on the back porch, and we had like creepy lights, and I decorated outside all super spooky and creepy and crazy, and oh my gosh. And because I did an adult party, I decorated the inside of my house, where everybody would be. So living room, kitchen, dining room, hallway, and the bathroom. Oh my God, I did some crazy stuff in that bathroom, to the point I feel bad because a couple of people didn't go to the bathroom. A couple of the guys are like, I'm just gonna go around and hit a tree because I'm not going in your bathroom, Sandra. I don't trust you. But anyhow, my friend was like, she took my thing and she was like winding me up, doing the Jack in the Box song, like dun 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 dun. Anyways, fun times. I wonder, I haven't seen that video in a while. I should go find it. and then I popped out. It was fun. So much fun. But the bathroom, if you want to hear about it, because I think I'm gonna keep crafting, so I might as well talk about. I might have something to talk about. Oh, I think I used all my giant ones on accident. Let me see. Yeah, this one's gonna wait. I gotta cut because I was talking and I used the wrong paper stack. So, but I got these ones to do too. Anyhow, so the bathroom. Oh my gosh, I thought I am gonna have so much fun because I just love being creepy and spooky and doing fun things. So I went and bought tinfoil. I don't know. I don't know much about. I don't know stuff. So I learned something here. Anyhow, I took the foil and I tinfoiled my entire bathroom on the walls. So all around the mirrors, behind the toilet, the walls. Like I covered the entire surface of every wall in the bathroom with tinfoil. So it was like crinkly and then like it was all over the walls. Can you imagine that? So one little thing I didn't know about and I know now, and I'll share that with you in case you don't know this, and somebody might already be thinking this. When the light's on and you're going to the bathroom, it doesn't even take long. Like it's like seconds. But did I do that right? Yeah. It gets so hot in there. I mean, I literally made an oven. It's basically what I did. Whoops. So I made the oven. But it was really cool. So I did that. And then the shower, I took the shower curtain off the bathtub. So that was open. So it was open. And I took some hula hoops and I painted them. And I took, I have these fun round flicker lights. Or, you know, like the balls, and you can do different tones on them. So they were like flickering or on, and I put those, I kind of hung those down like a different ways. And then I had this one clown thing that would like a little puppet. It looked like a puppet, and it was but you can hang it on there. And then with noise, it would laugh and shake and go and y'all. Anyways, it was crazy. It was so fun. I loved it. And then so there was that. And then I had a what else did I have in there? Oh, I made a fake body with the plastic, with the outside, you know, those black bags, dark green black bags. And so I tied it up like a body, so like as a head, and I just laid it in there like it was slumped over, kind of like how my husband looked when he passed out. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so I stuck that in the bathtub, and then the clown was right there. And then in the mirror, so when you're at the sinks, it's a double vanity sink, and there was a big mirror all the way across. So in the mirror, so when you look in that mirror across the wall, you see behind you, and I have a bunch of mirrors on the wall. And so I wrote on the mirrors backwards so that you would see it frontwards when you looked in the mirror when you were washing your hands. Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyhow, so I wrote creepy things on those. Oh my gosh, best bathroom ever. So that was fun. That was so fun. We also have a long hallway. Well, sort of long. I mean, I guess it's not really that long, but it's long enough to do some kind of fun thing. So what I did is I went and I got the butcher paper, the big rolls of it, and I rolled it out, and I used, I think it was just thumbtacks, and I went down the whole hallway wall on one side, and I just put it all up there, and then I painted big giant tree trunks, and then I had two of my grandgirls who were around. They came over so they have two different size hands than my hands, and then we took our hands in 3 different colors of red paint, and we did all the leaves were like this, the handprints, but it was red, so it looks really pretty like leaves until you get close, and then it just looks like a bunch of bloody handprints. And then I just went and kind of did some lines and fine-tuned it. I still have that roll. I have never used it again, but it was so much fun. And it was so much fun doing it with the girls that that was with my daughter-in-law, Mandy, her 2 girls, Jaden and Lauren. Thank you, Jaden and Lauren. I've heard playing with me on that, but so I still have that roll. Maybe I should bust that out and use it for scrapbooking. I didn't even think about that. So I don't want to put that on there, and I'm doing that the wrong way. There we go. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, let me have that one. And I have this one. There's a couple more to go, so I'm going to try to get through this. Oh, I did this one. I'm doing the wrong stuff, so let's go. I did that one. Oh, did I do it? I didn't do this one. I didn't do this one, and I didn't do this one. Okay, I did that one. I did that. I did not do this one, because that's the big one. That's the one I need that big one for. Okay. So, anyhow, that is that's a couple of my Halloween stories. If you don't like Halloween, I'm sorry if you didn't want me to share those things, but I just love Halloween so much. It's so much fun. I just love being crazy and kooky and fun. You know, not evil, just, well, I mean, I guess some people might think it's evil, but I don't. And I guess if you're the one doing it, it matters what you think, right? That's all that matters, is if you're enjoying yourself and having fun. And also, disclaimer, anybody that comes to my house during Halloween time, they know that there's definitely something going to happen. Someone's going to get scared. There's going to be spooky stuff, and I'm all into fair game. So, like, if you want to jump out and scare me and do something, yeah, have at it. You know, more power to you. I enjoy it. So I love pranking and having fun, to the point I'm always like, hopefully somebody will prank me back. And there's only been a couple of people in my life that have ever done any kind of pranks back. And I just recently found out why. I just thought that nobody loved me, and they were like enough to like pull a prank on me because I like the pranking. And there's been a couple of people that have been good at it, and have done it. But for the most part, nobody really does. And so I just found out recently from one of my daughter-in-laws, I believe it was Ashley. She said it's because mostly, well, she said, I asked her why she didn't do it to my son, because he deserves to be, you know, get back at him for something. And she goes, no. I go, why? And she goes, I thought about it. I was going to, but then I thought, he's just going to come back at me again. Like, I'm just going to encourage him to do more stuff. And I go, oh, is that why nobody pranks me back? She goes, yes. Because everybody knows that won't be the last time. It won't be like, okay, you pranked me and then I got you back. It'll be like, okay, game on. I'm like, well, isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I think it's fun. Oops. Almost done. I can hear my husband. He's getting antsy up there. He's like, yeah, we can go anytime. But I know he's just so tired of being in the house. He's like a go person all the time. Always has been. And now he's like, lay down, sit down, lay down, sit down. And he's in pain, but the pain's the only thing that's keeping him down. But now he's starting to feel a little bit, I won't want to say better, but not as painful. So he's starting to get a little more gutsy and antsy, like, let's go. So I'm gonna put that one. Whoa. Slow down. Do it right the first time. Oops, got a little hair. Now that could be my hair or Tonya's hair, I don't know, because it's kind of in the same color family sometimes. There we go. So I think this might be the last one. Who's happy to hear that? I love seeing how they're all stamping out nicely, though. That does make me happy. And it does make me happy that it wasn't that ink, that stamp that was not stamping good. It was the, it's the ink. It's the ink that's not happy. So, oh man. Does anybody have an ink that is like an archival type ink, that waterproof? That's what I want to say. Waterproof ink. I like to use them for when I'm using watercolors and stuff. So, does anybody have a brand that they like that stays juicy? Like, I just struggle with the archival ink pads staying juicy. I feel like I buy them already dry. So I thought for a while, I mean, I guess I even said that, like, I thought that that's how they were selling them, you know, like, I mean, not selling them, but like they were sitting on the shelves too long maybe. But then I'm thinking, as many times as I bought them, and I bought them from different places, honestly, so maybe that's just their nature, is to be on the drier side. I don't know. But I don't like it because they're not cheap. They are not cheap. Oh, look, I do have a big card. I'm gonna do this one. So, I don't know. Do you have a brand that you like? Have you tried it? I mean, I'll buy, I know ink's expensive, but I'll buy another one in a different brand if there's somebody who knows of a brand they like, that they've tried and they like. But and I have a Stamparatus. Actually, a very good friend of mine, Vicki Bryan. Hi, Vicki, if you're here. She actually gave that to me as a gift. She's so sweet. And I know I can use that, you know, to keep going back and to do the same thing, but I only use that for specific things. So for like everyday regular crafting and journal making and things like that, it's not a tool that I'm going to have out there to stamp things a ton of times in a row. Do you know what I mean? So, whoops, I think I'm going to move this one. It's so big. I'm going to go like this. Let me put a little bit more ink. I think I just touched that. I want to see how these words come out. So, I mean, I do have that option. So that's nice for specific things, like I said, but not for my everyday, like just random crafting. Like I have so much stuff on my desk. I can't keep that here. And I don't want to stamp the same thing over and over and over again because of the ink being a brat. So nice, super nice. All right, okay, well, thank you everybody for hanging out with me and helping me get this stuff organized. That was awesome. It really pushed me to get this done. I can't wait to get the rest of it done. And then I guess the next step would be, as I get all my things inked up, is pull my doubles, my duplicates, get those pulled so that I can see which ones are I will be selling and which ones I will be gifting, because I do like to have things put aside and ready to do gifts, whether it's a giveaway on here or actually I'm going to try that really quick. I didn't do this one. Whether it's, whoa, and whoa. And so I just want to, I like to have them already ready like gifts that I'm going to do. Okay. Oh, yes. See, it was the ink. It's totally the ink because I don't even have a squishy. And I'm not even using a brick. I'm using or a block. Yep. There you go. Sad. And this goes like that and like that. See, I'm so rough. There we go. And man, I am a mess. So there you go. There you have it. We got, oh my gosh, what did we get? Like 32 done, maybe more. Thank you. And I will see you on the next video. Hope you have a wonderful day. And oh geez, bye friends.